Alright, a good day, hello, and a hi. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Today I might purchase another model kit, I might not. Who knows? We'll go check things out. We're going to Magic Box. What is the name? Magic Box Hobbies, that's what it's called. So let's grab a hat because it's kind of cool out. Could grab a tooth, but why not try this cheap ugly thing? And I'm pointing the camera every which direction. You know what? I'm not driving. We're going to take the Skytrain. Other cities have subways. We have a Skytrain that goes above ground. And it's freaking awesome. I love taking it. It's always an adventure. So why not? For me to drive to this place on a Friday afternoon, maybe hour 15, hour and a half. Skytrain, an hour. Tops, and I don't have to fight traffic, so that's why we're doing this. And maybe I'll show you some sights along the way. So let's go. And to be honest, what I really need is an engine or a model kit that has a Ford engine that would fit this Courier frame and body. And one of the other things about getting out is that it's one of the few sunny days we've had in about 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks, yeah. Mostly cloudy, rainy here in Vancouver. And that's the other thing that I want to point out. This hobby shop is one of the few places I can go without having the vaccine passport. Meaning, you have to have all your vaccines and you have to get them government certified before you can go to restaurants, clubs, events, any events, anything major. Non-essentials we can go to without this vaccine stamp of approval, but we're very limited, so it's a little strange. I can go to a coffee shop like Tim Hortons or Starbucks, sit down, have a coffee, but if I was to go to a cafe and bakery, not allowed, or even a restaurant to get a bite to eat. So how does that make sense, you know? I don't know. And the same thing saying I can go stand in line at Walmart or go shopping with 100 people, or Costco where there's 200 plus people, but yet I can't go to a restaurant because I don't have the government stamp of approval. Show us your passport, please. Yeah, don't get it. Taking the Skytrain means you never know what you'll see or what will happen. It's always a mighty adventure, and especially traveling along the mighty Fraser River here in Vancouver. In the background of the Fraser River, you can see Mount Baker popping up into the sky, and not far from Mount Baker is Mount St. Helens, which is famous for its big 1980 eruption, the biggest volcanic eruption that happened in US history. One of the other cool features of the Skytrain system is that it goes right through a mall in the city of New Westminster. So there's actually only 2 car modeling related type of hobby shops in Vancouver, and considering there's 2.5 million people in around Vancouver, that's surprising, because you know what, I'm sure at one time there was a ton of hobby stores. Now, one of the first rule of thumbs when you're making video is to hold the camera in the right position. Whoever being the substandard leader in car model videoing, hey, you know what? We get sideways videos. But overall, this is a huge hobby shop, and my sideways video taking does not do this hobby shop any justice. The paint selection alone is quite huge, having all the normal paints out there. Tamiya, MCM, testers, and brands I've never ever heard of before. But hey, we're looking for a specific kit today, not paints. The model selection that they have is quite fairly sizable, And one of the interests that I do have is in buying a van to do a trailer kind of race car or drag car type of pull-along trailer system. Something like this kit would be perfect for that. I really like the old Chevys, and I've actually had 2 Chevy vans. One was actually a pop-up camper. Magic Box Hobby seems to have a fairly good selection of vans, Chevy van, and of course, my favorite Dodge vans. The 82 square headlight style, so-so, not my cup of tea. I prefer actually the 70s vans. I think about the 71, 72 tin grill style is actually my very favorite. That would be my #1 favorite. And of course, they have the Mobius kits here. Service truck, that would be a pretty pretty interesting build to do. I'm not much for the 65, 66 Ford style of trucks, but you know, it's definitely interesting, and I'm very glad that these companies are producing kits like these nowadays. You know, the one thing that surprised and impressed me most about this hobby shop was that it had a huge truck selection of model kits. All right, hey, what's this? It's a Mustang GT. Yeah, I love these 88 Ford Mustangs, the 87s. You know what? I'm not much for the GT style Mustang, but I prefer the LX style body style better, and the notchback coupe the best. But you know what? Here's something that I'm considering. I could use this engine in my Courier build. That might be something of interest, and I could possibly use the body for, say, maybe a tubbed out type of pro streety kind of car, maybe with a 351 Cleveland or big block, maybe a big 460, 429 type of build. And check out that price, $39 Canadian. You know, price is somewhat reasonable. So, you know what? This is something maybe I should look into. This might be a worthwhile kit in using. Something like this, the 70 Taxi Galaxy. This is actually kind of a cool kit. Even when it was used as a black and white cop car, I like that look. I like the steelies on them. They use the steel rims. I like the get those words out there, Chuck. I love the pop caps on them. That is a cool thing too. But you know what? If I remember correctly, this had a big block engine, so that puts this kit out of our buy. And yes, they got quite a lot of trucks here. Look at that. Hey, it's another Courier, except I don't like that Courier style. I don't want the cap type of style Courier. Ooh, the 77 Ford van. I love that. That is a huge option for pulling vehicle type of kit. Man, oh, you know what? That one excites me a little bit. What even excites me even more is the service bed 60s Ford. This is pretty freaking cool. I love the cool factor on this. What's the price on that, Chuck? Yeah, that's right. You're looking at $48.99, $49, $50, whatever it is. It's not cheap. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a high-end kit with some pretty cool options on it. But for beginner kids or younger people getting into the hobby, that might be a little more pricey for them. And you know what? Maybe they're better off buying a little more low-end, cheaper kit. Something a little more simplistic to build. But for me, this is on my radar. I do like that kit. That is an option for the future. Another favorite kit of mine that I built a long time ago, and if you've watched my video before and I talked about one of my first model kits, this was it. I bought the Richard Petty Belvedere kit. I love putting that thing together. it was freaking pretty awesome back for a teenager. At $34.99 or $35, this puts it in about the middle range for the price of model kits here in Canada. Here's a kit. This might be a good motor for my courier out of the 67 Mustang Fastback. It would have the 302, I think, in this kit, or the 289. I'm not sure. You know what? I do love this body style. This has to be one of my most favorite Mustangs. Freaking awesome, awesome looking cars, these things in real life. I remember going for a ride in one. My dad was working on one of these Mustangs way back in the day. Guy had a roller cammed black 67 Mustang Fastback 289 car. Man, that thing would buzz like you wouldn't believe. I really love that car. The guy ended up rolling it because it had too much power, and yeah, that's it. Car is done. Hey, I didn't buy absolutely nothing. The creepy old guys there follow me around everywhere. I'm like, you know what? Don't harass me. Like, don't bug me. Do I look like a thief? Like, or whatever? So that kind of was set me off. Like every 2 seconds, and they wouldn't come up and talk to you or anything. Whereas the other model shop, awesome. The guy doesn't bug you. When you come up to pay at the counter or go to leave, you know what? You end up sitting there talking 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. He's very talkative and curious about, you know, cars and stuff like that, and the old days and what's going on with the craziness of the world and everything. But this one's very weird, just creepy old people stalking you. It's like 3 of them, and they circle you and swarm you. It's like, you know what? And they don't say a word to you, like, can I help you? Or, oh, what do you know, how's your day? Or anything. Yeah. So I was thinking of buying something, but for that fact alone that I walked out. So yeah, what else do I got to say? I think we'll go look at another spot, and I'll probably end up buying from there, so that's okay. Yeah. So time-wise, it actually took me 55 minutes to get down here, so it was pretty good compared to an hour and a half in a car. I'll take this. Okay, I was gonna say I hope the light is coming in good enough, but you know what? It's manageable. I got most of the lights off. Anyhow, kids, I made it back from my trip from the hobby center, and I wasn't impressed. Ask me what I think about it. Would I go back again? Very highly unlikely, unless I really wanted something super bad. Just, yeah, I wasn't impressed with them following every move. And I've been to this store before, and they did the same thing, and I kind of brushed it aside the past couple times. So this is a message actually to hobby store owners or any store owner. Don't be stalking your customers, and yeah. So anyhow, I'm probably ranted on. Anyways, I did end up going to Michael's craft stores, and this is what I ended up with. This kit here, the Mustang. The only drawback is this is a 124 kit, and my other courier kit is 125th. So I'm hoping the engine is somewhat in scale. I've watched videos on this, and I like the look of this engine. The other kits that they had there, the GT350 Shelby and the 67 Mustang GT by AMT and whoever else, the motors look better in this kit. And this body, I'll use for a different project. Somewhere down the road, definitely not now, but for now, I just want the engine out of this. And what else do I have to say? I'm not going to do a box review or opening because you guys seen this a lot, and there's a lot of videos out there on that. So kids, my friends, thanks for checking out today's video. I'm looking on my bench. I don't know what I've got on the bench next video, but that brings us to the conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed this going to the hobby shop. I'm wondering if you guys want to see next time if I go to my good favorite hobby shop if you guys would like to see that one. That I will do more videoing. It'll be more fun, I'm sure. So kids, until next time, stay awesome and we'll see you. Cheers.